The morning after Costello landed in Seattle, he shook off a mild hangover and drove to the convention center. He was crawling out of his skin. A concierge pointed him to the registration desk for the expo and handed him her card in case he needed any further assistance. A self-taken photo, half smiling, wearing an expo lanyard shot from Costello's cell phone, flew through the data sphere to Ben's phone, and off Costello went to shelter himself back in his hotel room. He didn't have any aluminum foil, so he transferred the toast he'd written on his hand onto a $1 bill. Costello didn't have it in his nature to hold grudges. The toast worried him. Was he finding himself as the beta again? He opened a tall can and emptied his pockets. The concierge card looked up at Costello and gave him a reason to return to the convention center. He just needed some time to brush off the agoraphobia he thought Seattle would forget about. At 12 p.m., he woke from a short nap with one arm dangling bedside and the other embracing the Gideon Bible. Still having not opened the Bible, he calls the concierge to ask if any lunch would be hosted by the expo. He had the itinerary somewhere in his luggage and couldn't figure out why he'd become so impetuous with regard to this concierge. She unfortunately had a joyful response, even having to let Costello know he'd missed lunch by an hour. Then reminds him there will be a hospitality at 4 p.m. He stammers on about working from the room, and she tells him not to get too comfortable or he'll wind up in the hot bath with a good book. On he went, clumsily explaining his obviously bullshit story about answering emails from clients. She let him go on and then just said 4 p.m.